Kahnawà, and welcome to this political update. I'm Joe Delaronde reporting. A few things to talk about. First of all, with the upcoming elections on June 20th, which is a Saturday. Just a reminder that Candidates Night is going to be held at the Knights of Columbus on Tuesday the 9th. So that should be very exciting. The 4 candidates for Grand Chief, along with the 19 candidates for Council Chief. There will be at least one new Council Chief sitting, with Lloyd Phillips and Grand Chief Mike DeLille running for that Grand Chief job. So at least one new council member is going to be sitting, but you never know how that turns out. Some other things to talk about today, including some charges being laid in the landfill scandal here in Kahnawake. And a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, the landfill office was actually closed. They did an investigation. Peacekeepers were called in, and a couple of arrests have been made. On the good side of things, they did a lot of reorganizing and creating some safeguards so that hopefully this kind of thing doesn't happen again. And Tracy Snow has been given the task as the new interim landfill coordinator. We wish her best of luck. It's a challenging job, but she's up for it. And we'd like to thank Teresa DeLille, who left her regular job to fill in as the interim coordinator during this past year. So finally, let's talk briefly about membership. Chief and Council have been meeting for the past couple of weeks very intently, just about every day. There was an announcement last week on a plan that was being formulated. That plan is going to be announced next week, and it is actually going to Chief and Council on Monday for formal approval of the plan, and details will be coming up, even though it's late in the year, so to speak, as we will have a new council coming in. The plan has to go forward, and hopefully the new council will also be able to carry on with that. It is a busy time here in Kahnawake, and joining us right now is Timmy Norton. Chief and Council have supported an initiative from Timmy Norton to make Kahnawake stop. And as a matter of fact, he was just helping to make people stop here in Kahnawake. And well, first of all, Timmy, welcome to the program. And this is a pretty nice initiative. I think people are, it looks like they're pretty supportive.
A lot of people that are stopping here, going by, making their full stops. They're giving me the thumbs up, and I haven't been around yet, but there are other people in the community that are also standing at the stop signs and making sure that people come to a complete stop and observe the traffic laws. So it's looking good. I'm very excited about it. A lot of people have been giving me all kind of feedback about where in their area where the people don't stop and they drive fast, and there's a lot of speeding and different things besides the stop sign.
A lot of people make the old Brooklyn stops. There's all kind of nicknames for it, but kind of like slow down and then just kind of keep going. What got you to actually come up with this idea?
Well, it's because I work here, right here at Cattery School, and I see it happening every day, and I got so frustrated with it. I said, they can't do this, you know. It can't happen, especially in a school zone. Sure, the kids are all in school and whatever, and there's a crossing guard at 3 here, but it's just way too much. I saw it too many times happening, and I'm afraid that somebody's going to get hurt one of these days. There's blind spots here, and I sat here and counted 7 out of 10 cars that just kind of glided through, and some that just went right through without even stopping or anything, you know. Whether they don't see it or people are in a hurry, I don't know, you know, but I don't think they're doing it angrily, you know. I'm going to the stop sign. I think everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's got to be somewhere all the time. You got to pick up your kids and whatever, you know. So that's why I decided to do something like this.
I noticed you're carrying a very nice sign. Tell us about that.
Well, the sign was it was a real big surprise as I started like at the beginning of May promoting this. And all of a sudden, I asked the Mohawk Council to support it, to put out a press release saying they support this, and they did that. They were very, very supportive of it. I went to the community meeting and presented it there, and everybody was in favor of it. And then all of a sudden, the Mohawk Council decided to make these signs. They made 100 signs, and they're putting them up here and there in the community, and I'm putting a lot of them up too. You know.
How about other community members? Have you had reaction? People, you know, what have they said? Just regular community members.
Mostly I get good job, you know, way to go. I'm glad somebody's doing something about this, but I get a lot of what happens in their neighborhood, what happens at their stop sign that nobody stops. They fly through all day, at night, any time of the day. They're driving through, and there's kids all over the road. So it's a lot of that of, you know, you should come in my area and see this and see that. So it's not just here at the schools, it's everywhere within the community that people do this.
Well, I think on behalf of the community, thanks for doing this and taking of your time and efforts to try and make Kahnawake a better and safer place.
No problem.
All right, so there you go. Timmy Norton, the leader of the Make Kahnawake Stop campaign. And again, people, you know, just take that extra second. All four wheels should be stopped, and then go and do what you got to do, but be safe. Joe Delaronde reporting for KTV.